Welcome, one and all.
Again, maybe, perhaps. We're back at it again because we got so many drag me orders.
Yes.
In fact, if we're gonna put anything out of stock, it's gonna have to be the drag me's.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We just have a lot of them, but that's not a complaint.
No.
That's just a statement of trueness.
It's just, supply and demand. We're only two gals, and we can't butter all the toasts.
Vegan butter.
Yeah, we can't earth balance all the toasts.
Earth balance all the toasts. Earth balance is
all the
so
gluten-free
good.
bread. Gluten-free bed. Is your bed gluten-free?
Probably not with all the food my roommate eats in it. Hi, I'm here. Hi, that was so good. You're so on it.
Yes, so let's get right to it.
Is your name Ashley? I love you.
Yeah, she's not saying I love you. She's saying hi.
That's so funny.
It looks like it says I love you, hi, but her name is just Ashley, I love you.
Do you have Libra energy? Because you're like, I want everybody to know I love them.
I love you.
I love you. I love everyone. Well, now, Allie, that you're here, let's get started.
Yes. So, what do you want to start with, Shaina? We got Mercury retrograde going on, which we were just talking about in our advanced reading.
Honestly, Capricorn rising is what I want to start with.
Yes, go.
What a bunch of fucking party poopers. I don't know. Capricorn risings. Oh my God. Number one thing that you're told is smile more, which is totally not your fault. That's the fault of the other douchebags that are telling you that. But that is definitely something that you get. Because, you don't smile much. Like, Capricorn risings are the worst people to celebrate anything with because they're like, celebration, happiness, birthdays, long time no sees, dinner dates, let's try this, let's do that. They're like, harump.
What I want to talk about with Capricorn rising is what we were talking about in the car the other day, as Cancer risings and versus Capricorn risings. And like Capricorn risings are just so skeptical.
Yeah.
It's impossible to like convince them of anything. Not that we're out here trying to convince people of conspiracy theories. Yeah. We're just trying to convince these Capricorn risings that you can't get pregnant every single day of the month. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's just like so many times, I'll be talking to a Capricorn rising and it's like, oh, well, how do you know? And I'm like, because so-and-so said. Well, why would you believe them? Because I wouldn't assume they're lying.
Yeah, Capricorn risings are so skeptical.
Yeah.
And I'm very skeptical, but they're skeptical in the sense of like, I won't outwardly shut stuff off. Like, I'll try to be like, okay, maybe I'm going to have this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best to not shut it off because I obviously got a lot of Capricorn. I automatically do that. But like Cancer rising, right? I'm trying to be open and vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Capricorn risings are like, fuck being open and vulnerable. They're like, they literally walk around like this.
Yeah. And like, because they're so, and we kind of feel this with like, I can kind of relate with Saturn in the 10th house, but Capricorn risings are like so paranoid of
so quick. They're too quick to judge things.
Yeah. And just like, oh my God, especially because they're so hard on themselves, right? You're so hard on yourself. So like, as soon as you do something that's like a little bit wrong, you're like, oh my God, this person's gonna talk to so-and-so. Yeah. And then everyone's gonna be like, I'm the bad guy. Yeah. Everyone's gonna be like, Allie's so difficult to work with just because I said so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. And now like, oh my God. And it's just like, how did you tip that domino over into like you're like foreseeing the entire inevitability of your death because you sneezed into your hand instead of your elbow,
Yeah. Capricorn risings a lot of Capricorn risings around our age have a lot of planets in the first house. Like I know somebody with like 6 Capricorn planets in the first house, and it's just odd to see a lot of Capricorn, like a lot of energy with the Capricorn rising, because Capricorn risings don't really want a lot of energy there. They I think Capricorn rising, if you're Capricorn, you kind of only want to be a Capricorn rising because it feels like anything else that's in there is vulnerable. And it's like, I don't want anything to be vulnerable.
Yeah, especially like Neptune. Like that throws me off so much. Like when
Capricorn risings have Neptune in there because you think they're responsible, but in reality, they just lose everything.
I'll always assume if I'm like sussing someone out and I'm like, oh, I wonder what their rising is. If they're a Capricorn rising, I'm most likely going to believe that they're a Pisces rising because that Neptune is in there.
Absolutely.
I use skepticism as a defense mechanism. It's a pretty good defense mechanism, you know? If you're just like, I don't believe it's true, then you can't be duped.
Ugh, this is something that like a Capricorn, or I don't know if this is a Capricorn rising. This is the story I'm telling you. So somebody was vegan and they ate a lot of gummy worms, and somebody was like, gummy worms aren't vegan, and their response was, I don't believe you. I just don't believe that. I don't believe you. I don't know.
That is such a Capricorn rising. It's like, I don't believe, especially if you're talking to us little Cancer risings, like, no, that's not true. Like, how do I even argue with that?
Yeah, exactly. And they know that. Okay, so Neptune in the first house with Capricorn rising. So we know quite a few people like that, and all, like, I don't know them super well. Nina knows them more personally because, like, Sasha,
That's true. I live with a Capricorn
what's
rising.
her name? Emma?
Emma, too.
Yeah. And they have Capricorn risings with Neptune the first. I mean, they're not watching this, but and they were definitely people who, like, teachers took very seriously, but they were the last people.
Why?
They were the last people you should take seriously. They definitely need to put on this show of, like, I do work, I get things done. Oh yeah, I'm put together. But in reality, when you have Neptune in the first, you're just trying to convince people you do that. You don't actually do that stuff. That's work. That's like, you're too much of a mess to understand what the fuck is going on. Yeah. Uranus in the first house is a Capricorn rising, makes an already awkward Capricorn rising just more awkward. Yeah. It
also adds a bit more of that like condescendingness. To, like, not only do I not believe you, but I know all of this.
Yeah, and I know I'm right. I already have all the information. My information is the right information. Also, you're a lot more, like, that brings a lot of
turmoil.
Yeah, turmoil that, like, Capricorn rising does not like.
I know, like, you're gonna put in, like,